Hello, what is up, everybody? This is Pancake Club episode 5. It's been a minute. Last time we played was December of last year, and it is now March of this year. So, if
2024.
if my math is correct, it has been a long time. So,
Period.
very quick recap. We started with 2 character arcs in the first 4 sessions. We started with Cassindra's arc to establish Cassindra's return to the Pancake Club after like a self-imposed exile, as well as a reconnecting with Cassindra and his god Vitro. We also established Cassindra's respect through lore means as well. So Cassindra is now a paladin and not a cleric. After Cassindra's arc, we follow Sai's arc when Kitash was kidnapped by some sylphs and the Pancake Club had to go to the Feywilds. They dealt with the sylphs and then they dealt with Sai's warlock patron, Ezra, who turned out to be, not the best character. And then they met some of the other archfays of the Feywilds, and they had to do like this whole like council courtroom situation thing to determine what will happen to Ezra. And now we're back. What's been happening now as we start off the session is the Pancake Club was requested by a Duke of Athenar to aid in a problem that they have been facing. The Duke here heard of you guys from your adventures in the Gauntlet of Gathering and how you helped save the kingdom of Athendil. So the Duke wanted to invite you. He did invite you to his manor here in Athendar, specifically in the city of Everborn. So here in our chat or in PC notes, I screen capped the map here. You guys are currently in Everborn. It's the city by this like peninsula looking part of Athenar on the left side of Athenar. That's where you guys are, and you are in the home of Duke Harald Solberg, and you guys have just sat down in preparation for dinner. You guys maybe, I don't know, have a good time, whatever. The Duke tours you around the home before you guys sat down here. You guys finish up your dinner, and when dinner is done, Harald Solberg then speaks, and he says, Harald Solberg says something along the lines of, let me give him an accent. He will sound, he'll have a deeper voice. Should I give him an accent? He's supposed to sound a little bit more Norwegian, but I don't think I can pull it off. So I'll give him a slight Russian accent if I can. He'll say something along the lines of, now that dinner is done, let us go proceed to business now. Yes. So, Pancake Club, I've called you out here today to ask for your help. As you may or may not know, we here in Athenar are suffering at the hands of some piracy. Our trading ships and our merchants traveling here in Everborn to and from to Aethelham and Hafenheim are constantly being raided and constantly being attacked. And then our goods get stolen, and this is the problem we are facing now. It is my hope that your team, with your expertise and your experience in dealing with the situation of the Gauntlet of Gathering and the demonic presence that was there in Athendil, I think this is something up your alley, so to speak, because these are no ordinary pirates. These are horned devils, they are. Do you think you can handle this?
Xander's just gonna turn to Thal'lia. Go on.
Yes!
Oh, okay.
We can definitely handle whatever it is that you need us to handle.
Yeah.
I telepathically talk to my teammates if bayran ba tani nga.
For the right
Yeah.
price, of course.
Okay.
Your respectable Duke.
Yes, of course. You will be compensated properly. There is I have prepared a sum of... I've prepared a sum of... I've prepared a sum of something like 2,000 gold each for all of you. Is this an okay rate?
I will look at side.
Okay, I think it's okay.
That would be most fine, Duke. Anyway, more about this job.
Yes. Well, the pirates in question, they are called the Billy Brothers.
Oh no.
I think it is a play on the words or the saying of like what you call like a goat, like a billy goat. Because of said devils' fiends' horns, right? So because they are horned, they have been calling themselves the Billy Brothers, as in like a billy goat. But they are far from harmless like goats or sheep or other bovine creatures. They are wicked and malicious. And the worst thing is they are slowly beginning to stain my name and the name of our king by spreading propaganda throughout our kingdom of Athenar here. So along the villages and towns between here and Aethelham, word is now being spread of certain I don't know, corruption or like injustice, and the people are becoming rowdy, and we cannot have this. It used to be that they just steal some goods from us, but now they are turning my people against me. I simply cannot stand for it.
So we're dealing with pirates who got tied with devils?
The pirates themselves are the devils.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I suppose negotiating has fallen then, and you're just resorting to having someone use the
Yes.
motion with his finger.
Do we eliminate the devils?
It is
Okay.
my hope that you do this, but it will not be enough that you eliminate one ship. They are. I do not know how many of them are operating, and there are tales from our sailors and tradesmen that they hide in some there are jagged isles nearby Efferborn, between Efferborn and Hafenheim. They call it Shepherd's Cove, and no matter how many times we have investigated the area, we cannot find where their true hideout is. So perhaps, should you encounter these pirates, you will force their hand to show you where their nest is, so to speak, and then you will and then he follows what Cassandra did, and
Is it DM, just out of curiosity, can I insight check?
Sure.
Okay.
What are you trying to learn?
Oh my goodness, I just want to know the truth of this whole guy, and I want the truth because I got a nat 20 plus
25.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. You can definitely tell that he's hiding a few things. The concern regarding the pirates is a true concern. But you might feel like the reason he's concerned isn't for the people or isn't for the kingdom.
It's for himself.
The concern feels a bit more personal, is what you can determine.
Okay, he just kind of leans back on the chair, legs crossed, arms crossed, just staring and then just nodding along. Okay. Okay.
Is that
Are
enough?
they all
or-
brothers?
Yeah, the Billy. I know actually.
Pirates?
Also,
I
yeah,
am-
that is enough. Thank you.
Her char lang nga brothers or brothers, Jude.
Regardless of whether or not they are all related, I am not certain. Maybe perhaps because of their fiendish nature, they are not against certain incestuous acts, but as far as their leadership, I do believe that their leaders truly are related to one another.
Okay.
Yes.
Guess we got our mission, huh?
Yes.
And
If
who are these people? Can you see Oscars compared to si Astrid?
yes, very
That's
good. Yes, Master Mistress Sai. This here will be the fine captain and first mate that will be helping you on this quest. They have a plan to draw out the pirates, and once their ship is being attacked, you, the Pancake Club, come in and stop these pirates. Do you think?
So they're bait.
And he looks at Oscar and Astrid. They will perform as necessary to achieve said goal. Isn't that right, Captain? And then Astrid says in a like English British accent. Of course we are, Bates. After all, if you want to catch a big fish, you have to set a pretty. So fucking I can't do. Basically, she you know, she says that, you know, like if you want to catch a big fish, you have to have a tasty lure, is what she says.
Okay.
Basically, you know, flattering herself, you know, saying that she's all that and
Sure.
everything.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So she's very confident, confident, charismatic. This is the vibe of Captain Astrid.
Okay, girl. Okay. Hmm.
So mo-help
Guess
sila
we-
namo og pangita sa ship? Isa to?
Their
Sila
plan,
later.
yeah, their plan is they will be on a ship that is specifically a merchant ship. So they're not gonna use their
Ships, battleships.
yeah, their own like warship that Astrid is used to using. So they will disguise as merchants on a merchant ship, merchant vessel. They will cross the strait between Everborn
cove.
and
Shepherd's Cove.
Everborn and Aethelham, and hopefully pirates from the Shepherd's Cove will spot them and give chase. And once they are being attacked, you guys with your Turgon Temple will appear because your temple can
Be
swim.
invisible. Oh.
Can swim. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
And
I completely forgot about the dragon turtle, not gonna lie.
You guys have a dragon turtle temple situation.
I forgot. Oops. Well,
and
I thought we were just gonna be on a ship.
you
Alright,
guys can
and
choose
then-
to do that too. Like one of you, maybe Azevrec, because Yussif's not here. Maybe Azevrec can be on the merchant ship to signal you guys to like
Go.
emerge from underwater when it's time, right? So we
right,
can do
right.
that.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
yeah,
I guess preparations are due then, huh?
Indeed.
yes, very little preparations left. I think Astrid is almost ready to set sail. And Astrid says, "We will be ready at first light."
Okay, that's enough time then.
Yes, thank you very much, Pancake Club. It is my hope that you deal with this problem swiftly, and if possible, silently as well. We do not want to cause any what is this ruckus with the people of our kingdom. As far as they are concerned, we have been dealing with this pirate problem very well, and to show them that we are now asking help from people outside the kingdom would be a sign of weakness.
I understand.
Mm.
This shall be kept under wraps.
See you at first light then.
Yes. See you. Thank you, Captain Astrid. First mate Oscar. Oscar's just like, ugh. And thank you, Pancake Club. My butlers will show you to where you will be resting for the night. We have rooms prepared for you.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Is there at this point you guys can RP amongst yourselves if you guys want to have like any plans for the next day
Sure.
or talk about other things.
I just have a couple, and he just goes to Thal'lia and Sai, and then like in a little chismis circle, just grab them both. Azevrec too.
Palayo ta.
Come here,
Okay.
man. And they're just gonna whistle, and we're just gonna and I'm also making sure that we're alone in the room.
Yeah.
You are
And then he
alone.
just whispers,
Kuan mag telepathic ra na storya.
But
I
there, can we respond back?
Rari's telepathic bond. Yeah, cast Rari's telepathic bond. Para
Cool.
Okay.
kita mag-storya.
Okay, period.
Kasi
Chismosa ka. You're
Mind.
very chismis. So he goes. This is more of a save his own ass job than anything. Trust me, it doesn't get pretty when nobles want someone dead. But just for my curiosity, do you guys have any idea who this is? Who the
No.
Duke is?
No, actually. Can I run a history check?
Do it. You guys can do a history check.
Because it seems like
Iba yung guys.
because it seems like he's straight to business without even any formal introduction.
Yeah.
Mm,
10.
10.
You should have let me know. I forgot that
Ay,
I.
Era. Era.
Ay, hala.
Your area.
Ay, wait. Sorry. Okay.
Ako sa. Saan ganit pag-change sa phone?
Exclamation mark char space and then the name of your character.
Okay. Mana ni Ron.
Oy, si Adar. Nice ka, Adar. Radar.
You can roll again.
Ah, okay.
Can I also roll for history?
Okay.
You can roll
Di ba
for
to smart
history.
si Era?
Yeah, oh my god, she was a bugo girl.
Oy, wow, my rolls are good today.
Oh my god. Which one?
It's no.
Wala dira.
Do I?
One. Blocking strings ang
One.
usa.
Plucking strings
One,
of
bro. Ay, di.
reeds
Fucking
build.
string din na.
Which one's which?
Mana na?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Sorry daw.
18 is
Check.
pretty good. How much did Sai roll?
Mag-roll.
Wala pa.
Okay, ako mag-roll.
You can roll.
I
This
knew
sounds
it.
worse.
Mag-roll na lang ako self. O ingan din nga roll.
You
ko.
can. Guidance.
Okay. Okay.
With somebody who
Just got
loves
an
me.
18. Sayang. I only got
A 4.
7.
Okay. So, Thal'lia and Sai, you don't know who this Duke is. Cassandra, you recall the last name Solberg to be one of the noble houses here in
Ooh.
Athendil, and they weren't like at the level of dukes. Like they were like lower nobility, something along like maybe I don't even know, because it's not familiar in like my personal culture. But like if there's lower nobility and like higher nobility, the Solbergs were lower nobility, and
Okay.
they were a family that could not achieve a status such as like, you know, Duke,
Oh.
like that. And you know this, Cassandra, because you yourself are from a like
Noble
prominent
family.
family.
Also lower noble.
Prominent family in Athendil area. So
Just neighboring.
it's not far off that you would recognize or hear this last name. Apart from that, because you rolled an 18, I want to say that
Him specifically?
not him specifically, maybe like their family. I want to say that their family suffered an accident at the hands of do I want to say you rolled an 18?
Up to you.
I want to say their family suffered an accident, and a lot of them were killed in an accident.
Oh.
The perpetrators were regular citizens of Athendil, and ever since, what can I say? Ever since Harald Solberg rose into power, there have been a lot of changes in Ascendel. Specifically in the like racial department, meaning
Okay.
the citizens of Ascendel now are way less diverse than they used to be before.
Okay.
Yeah.
More human?
Taklo?
Humans, more unhuman.
Right. If you guys, yeah, like, as you guys arrived and you observed the area of Efferborn, especially, is like close to the capital, if not the capital. I forgot which. I think it is. Efferborn is the capital of Athenar. Almost everyone here is human.
Damn. So we stick out.
You guys
The
stick.
three of us,
Yeah,
We stick out like a sore thumb.
the
Okay.
four of
I'm a
you.
human. No,
Oh
I'm a
yeah, Sai.
human.
Sai is human, right? Right.
So I can just change.
Human.
We just stick out like a sore thumb, especially me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's more of a. Oh,
Revenge arc, something like that, or personal
not-
vendetta.
it's a save their ass type of assignment. Simply
Probably.
because I've heard reports that there was an accident somewhere. Just not sure what happened, but I'm assuming it took a lot on their, I guess, on their influence, because and they want us to keep this a little under wraps, mainly because I do understand where he's coming from. Asking a bunch of outsiders to do a job that you struggle with to handle internally, that's a complete nightmare for people to cover up, and it doesn't quite show a display of power efficiently, let alone letting a bunch of. And then he looks at everybody, each one: a blue man, an elf, a giant bugbear. Well, you seem to match closely because you can just willingly change, but the three of us stick out like a sore thumb.
I wonder if he doesn't like you guys.
He has no
'Cause they're
choice.
not human.
I mean, I would not put it past him. Nobles are stuck up, say. But
Okay.
if he just wants a job done, then it would be fine. But I don't trust him. He is hiding something. If it's simply just to cover up his ass, he would have hired a different mercenary group than us. We have quite the
Reputation, I understand.
yeah, we do have quite the
Yeah.
reputation, and
Mm.
a simple kill pirates just to cover up your noble ass is a little too suspicious.
Suspicious.
Unsa
I
tay ingon niya
understand.
ganina nga kuan ang pirates gikuan ang mga people gikill ba ang people or murag yung sa tay ingon niya nga
They
part-
started out with just stealing.
Yeah, they've been
then-
bothering the city lang.
ay bothering.
Yeah.
But I should have been more specific, huh? Like,
Yeah.
how's the state of affairs in this specific region where the Duke is presiding in? Because Cassandra's thinking it might be a Robin Hood situation with the pirates,
Oh,
where they're stealing from the poor and
right.
it's just
then
being
just
framed
giving-
a different way.
Right. So I look at Cassandra and say that all your concerns is very valid. I suggest that we take it as it is, a job, but of course we reserve, of course, the right and the opportunity to investigate things on our own. So just make the necessary calls when we're in or when we're already doing the mission. And of course, don't forget to tell us as well what you learn so that we may also make the right decisions on our end. But I think from here on, let's just trust our team because we've already worked with each other, we know each other,
Right.
and then everyone else is just people that we're working for right now, and we're also gathering information because who knows, we might want to partner with this kingdom or whatever, right? We might need their connections. So play your cards right and we should be fine.
Okay.
Mm, it's a noble. They're brats. A lot of them are brats,
Okay.
especially lower nobility.
Yeah.
But I guess it's good exercise for you, Thalia. But
Yep.
I'll handle the bashing. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Just
And
just be careful with whatever it is that you plan to do.
no, I will. It's more of a, if I on first indication that this job is a little bit more than it should be.
You let us know. And
Yeah,
we'll pull you
I mean,
out.
just be. I mean, I'm letting you guys know this because
Yeah.
again, keep an eye out. You too.
Yep.
So
Yep. All right.
Okay.
yeah, I guess we're good.
Okay.
See you in the morning.
So, with that, you guys turn in for the night, and daybreak soon arrives, and you guys make your way to the port of Everborn. At the port of Everborn, you see Captain Astrid and First Mate Oscar start boarding their merchant's vessel, and you guys go into your Turgon temple and follow slowly underwater behind them. So there's a whole magic, your temple's magic, so water doesn't go inside and whatever. Who I think you guys would prefer if at least one of the three of you will be on the merchant vessel, or do you or do you want, or like you guys split up? It's like 2 people there, 2 people in the temple.
Mark scary gamay kay wa jud si Yussif.
Yussif.
Wala na si Yussif.
Yeah.
If na siya ka okay ra ko mag-split.
Now we'll stay together.
The 3 of
Yussif
you.
Yussif can be with the merchant
Okay.
people, I guess.
Sure. Yussif will be there. I'll change the map.
Pwede ako mag-message niya if like
Yeah.
we communicate.
Right. Let me change the map to the sea. The map doesn't look like this yet, okay? The pirate ship isn't there yet. I just put it there ahead so I don't have to move things around too much. But
Okay.
let's imagine that it's just the merchant vessel. It's here, up here, and then I will move. Oops. Oh, why do I see this? Is it because I'm doing like a double account situation? Hang on, I need to log out. Sign out. Google. I need to log in with this one. And then I need to go into woody wand. The woody wand, this one. Hang on guys, huh?
Alright.
Pwede ko
What's up?
shape-shift into a tiefling
Yeah,
or torned person.
sure.
Okay.
Okay, so put Yussif there.
Ah,
Okay, there we
so
go.
Wow.
that's what he meant
Successful.
by. So that's what he meant by fiendish. Okay.
So imagine the pirate ship doesn't exist yet. It's just this boat with a merchant's vessel. We have Oscar Skunkbeard by the helmsman here in the back. We have a sailor up front. I want to say he's sleeping. Astrid is on the main deck with Azevrec. Because Yussif isn't here, I just want Astrid, like, because they were waiting, right? They're like bait and whatever. There should be some time for Astrid and like Azevrec to have talked, and I'm sure Azevrec would relay this information to you guys. But Astrid would go on to talk a little bit about the pirates, right? And this whole situation, and the information Azevrec gets out of Astrid is that things have been becoming more and more difficult, especially for sailors and tradesmen, especially now that though there is like a little battle going on in Hafenheim. So if you guys look at the map again in PC notes, you guys see Hafenheim, that like island, the big island of Hafenheim is being attacked or like being slowly invaded by Maitan, right? And Maitan have already settled, created like their own like town or outpost there called Yari. And Maitan is slowly making their way to invade Hafenheim, and who knows how far Maitan is going to invade, right? And it's very important that merchants and tradesmen are able to traverse the strait properly without interruption, so they can provide supplies to Hafenheim in order for their soldiers to be supplied well, right? And like hopefully survive their battle for this island. I should name this island, but that's just what Astrid says. Azevrec relays all that information to you guys. As all of that is happening, Oscar Skunkbeard with his spyglass starts to grunt violently, pointing at a distance behind them. And then as Astrid turns around to look, cannonballs are now flying toward them as the pirate ship now appears from behind them. Alright, so we're here now. The pirate ship is smaller but more agile than the merchant vessel. Their cannons are smaller as well, but they are bolted onto their railings here at the front on a swivel, so they are more maneuverable. Because they are small, they are easy to move around. They're not heavy or clunky and bulky and whatever. They're a very speedy type of vessel, and they are approaching from the rear side situation of the merchant vessel. Captain Astrid shouts for the rest of the crew to start preparing. There are more tokens here that don't matter, but just imagine there are more sailors on the ship. Also the pirates, there are also a little bit more than this that are shown, and they are currently firing at each other. And Astrid locks eyes with one of the you guys see now that they are tieflings. Astrid and Azevrec lock eyes with this tiefling at the front of the ship, kind of like one leg on top of the railing here, and then like an arm holding on like a rope, with a sword in his hand, kind of like pointing forward. He seems to be the captain or the leader of this attack at the moment. What would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to emerge now, or you guys want to see this unfold for a bit?
See it unfold a bit.
Same.
All right
Same.
then. All right
Yeah,
then.
baddie though. You do look good.
Oh my goodness.
So, because we are letting it unfold for a bit, I will unlock their ships, and they will be able to move a little bit. So the merchant vessel will... Oh, the people don't follow. Merchant vessel will continue steering that way. However, Astrid will say that they need to start turning. So Astrid will give them the instruction to turn a little bit this way. But the pirate ship continues to follow suit. Wait, hang on. What's happening? Follow suit forward, continuing firing their mini cannons at them until like maybe this rear sail and the rear sail of the merchant vessel and the front sail of this pirate vessel sort of entangle. It's at this moment Lucius will quickly climb up this mast, and he will do like maybe he won't climb up the mast. He will grab one of the ropes hanging from the mast, and he will swing to the other side. Helmsman over here, Oscar over there, Astrid, Azevrec. And it is at this point they will now enter combat. Some of the pirates will also start swinging to the other side, and for them at least initiative has been rolled, and they are now fighting at the moment cinematic fight.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Can we see unsa nila pag-fight? Unsa ilang weapons, unsa ilang
Yeah, I would like to.
magic.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
At this
Azevrec.
point, I would like to know your enemy so that I would also know.
Okay, cool. Just so that you guys see where you are, I will unveil your
Targon Temple.
Turgon Temple and tokens. You're here, but you're still underwater. Okay, you guys are
I let Will fly up lang
cool.
sa sky
Sure.
to see the battle. Then I look through Will's eyes.
Awesome. You look at the pirates and they seem quite, not just the pirates, but even the sailors, the Athenarian sailors, Astrid, Oscar, like none of them are like magical at all. Like they seem to be, if I were to give them like a class, they're just, your typical fighters, maybe rangers, rogues, and like low level too. So that's the situation. If anything, right now on their ship, Azevrec is the one that's the most
magical.
and like with special effects and like visual effects for his like attacks and everything. Yeah, but if you pay a little bit more attention, you do see that like Lucius does seem to have a little bit more experience than the rest of his crew. He seems quite confident in his skills, and it also with a level of caution, right? He's a bit more careful, more calculated. That's what you're getting from their leader. Oh, you don't know his name, but above game, his name's Lucius.
Okay.
Yep.
I relay that to the team.
All right.
Okay. At this point, I think it would be safe for us to carry out the plan and
Attack?
board. I think we
kill
go to the
them?
cove, right? Do we attack the ship?
I
Are we
don't
not
know.
supposed to go to another place?
I thought
'Cause they're
we
distraction.
asked them. I thought we asked them where their hideout is. Okay, what was hideout?
I see.
Take a hostage if you really want. Take a hostage if you really want. If you don't wanna kill them, just knock them out. Just pretend that you're killing them.
Maybe
Yeah.
we take Lucius and not. I don't know the name. Maybe we take the one.
Their leader.
Azevrec is focusing. Yes. Then we surface love.
I buff first. Okay, I'm buff first before move
Do it.
surface up.
You can do it. You guys do your buffs while I describe the scene. From underneath the waters, the waves start becoming more violent, and the sailors and shipmen almost start to panic as Turgon Temple rises from beneath the surface. The ships are disturbed and they rock back and forth violently. The pirates themselves quickly grab onto the railings, thinking that a sea monster is upon them. Only
just sea baddies.
only to be shocked and in awe that it's not flesh or skin that rises from underneath, but concrete and like stone. Finally, as majority of the shell-looking part of the temple emerges, you guys appear from inside, and they are all in awe.
As they should be.
All right.
As they should be, sis.
Wait, Mica, what are you doing?
Oh my god, what is happening? I'm moving my text. Oh, sige, sorry. I don't know how to add. Basta, I'm buffing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also buffing, but I don't know.
Dili siya ma-add to text, Bibo. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah, text.
Yeah, like in the map, but anyway.
Hang on, let me lock. Okay, what's happening?
I'm not moving anything.
Let me lock this turtle first, so you don't accidentally move it. Okay, turtle is locked. I'll lock the ships also. Ships are locked.
Whoa, how do I play my build again? I forgot. Teka lang.
Yeah.
Your DPS.
I do remember what to do. I'm just gonna form of dread before the combat starts. Before we step in.
Nova burst damage.
That then.
Okay. I'll allow you guys to reposition yourselves as well. If you guys want to be on the boat, you guys can, and then we'll roll initiative when everyone's ready.
Mica, I'll fly.
Okay. Just position yourselves where you guys want to be.
Does that include on top of the head of the thing?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. On top of the head is fine. I think
Okay.
what's underwater are the arms and legs and tail of.
Wow, that's so unfortunate that I can reach him from that far away.
But you have to consider the height. Like, are we in the same level? Like, the head is the same level of the ship, the deck of the
Um,
ship. Can we like simply jump to it, or do we need to climb the ship for us to be in the ship?
that is a good point. I feel like
Can we be kanang gihatod na lang sa turtle sa deck of the ship?
yeah, that's what
Murag
yeah.
ang head kay Moto pong sa
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pats the head. Good job.
Yeah.
ang turtle, yeah, of course.
Mati ah.
For this case with Cassandra, if Cassandra you stay there, normally if without this ship, like I'd allow it because we don't follow like hypotenuse rules, but I count this as like kind of like a cover because it's like a wall, right, between you two.
Okay.
So you might have to either get on the ship or be a little bit more elevated to hit him.
Okay. So, what about positioning myself on the ship? Would that be okay?
You can do it. You guys can
Tara,
move
mag-away
onto
ta.
the ship.
Tara.
Kung nag-fly but nagpatong akong tiil, nagtiptoe ko sa
Yes.
sails.
Yes.
Oh my god.
A
Can you just
la-
imagine like
I don't know.
A la
Can-
Peter Pan.
Can you imagine just a
Yeah,
mummy lord just emerging from the ocean and just walking up to your ship? I'm so sorry to the people. I'm so sorry
Yeah,
to the
don't
people
they?
about this.
Yeah, don't they suffer like, I don't know, something like mashuket,
I have
like stun char?
stun
Fear
kanina.
or
Well, I have to
something.
hit them so they're afraid, but they have to. It's a save too. But yeah, that I'm good. I'm good with my position. I'm just gonna form of dread. I'm just gonna take one, just so I don't forget.
Right. There's something wrong with my thingy.
Right? Text?
Yeah. I'm trying. Hang on.
Ew! I just got an email from something. I'll tell you later after the sesh.
That's too much. I can write na. Thank you, babe.
Cool.
Yeah, Thal'lia will just did it so attacking this person right here. Like a speed run.
Cool. With that,
Can we roll
let's
initiative?
roll initiative. Hang on, let me end combat if we're in combat. Init, end. Yes. Init, begin. Okay, you guys can init join now.
In it, join.
Should we have done that in the initiative chat though?
Oh, you're right.
Abito.
I forgot.
Sige na lang eh. Naanad na ang mga tao.
Ano sa?
Initiative.
Period. 15,
Wala,
16,
nagsunog
17. Lagi.
Nagsunod.
Period.
Nice.
Period.
17. Okay. So we go. That's R1. Thal'lia. Let me need to make this bigger. Make it 60. R1. Thal'lia at 17.
Huh? Hello?
Cassandra at
up?
16. And then Sai. Because Tulura mo kabuk, I'll just let the bad guys go after you guys. The pirates, and then sailors after the end. We'll do cinematic Azevrec after Sai. Like that. Cool. Cool. Are we ready?
Ready.
All right. The stage is set. Turgon has hatted you to the pirate ship,
Wow, what the hatod?
and you guys are all buffed up and everything. Thal'lia, you're up. Cassandra on deck.
Oh shit, wait. Okay. All right. For this one, I would like to do my first menacing
Menacing.
to this pretty tiefling over here.
Okay.
And then, wait, I forgot what I was reading Pochi's thing.
Hmm?
No, Pochi gets advantage. I don't get advantage from Pochi.
Yeah, pack tactics. Yeah.
Right. Okay, then Pochi attacks after me.
Pochi, it's up to you. Pochi's still not transformed, okay?
Transform Pochi. That's what I don't
Your
I don't
buff
have
earlier?
Pochi's thing. Yeah.
Okay, let me get Pochi.
Yeah. When Pochi senses that I'm in battle mode already, Pochi will automatically transform into Jacob Black. Yeah.
Jacob
She'll be
Black.
like, "Ah, but green, so Pochi green." Joke.
Good.
Si Shrek na naman
Anyway.
tato, pre.
Shrek is ugly. Okay, so I will do my first menacing then. Attack. Menacing. I just attack rapier.
Just attack rapier, yeah.
26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Does that hit?
Yes, sir.
Plus
13
1.
damage.
Wait, hang on. D8.
Oh. She's bloodied.
Okay. Damn, easy then. Sakto ba niya akong gibuhat? So 3 and then R D4. 5, so 18.
18.
Second attack,
Yeah.
same. But he has to,
Saving
she has
throw.
to be
Okay.
rapier, just normal. 13 to hit? No.
So, let me see. Hang on. Hang on. 13. Oh, 13 will miss. Barely.
If I gusto a clover leaf,
It will hit.
I be able?
It will hit.
I will gusto 1.
Yeah, 14.
Yes.
When was the first mate? Papa.
It should be dead.
How many? 14 damage. You did 18 earlier, so that's
Yes.
30 something. How is this lethal? How
No.
do you end her?
I would like to just knock her out, please.
Okay. She is
So
knocked
running,
out.
and then punch her in the face.
Cool. She's down.
And then I will move. My movement is 35. Okay, 5, 10. Hindi mo siya malak. 10, 15, 20. I can abot this person. And then I will bonus. Pochi will sunod me also, by the way. Wherever I go, Pochi will sunod me. And then a bonus action, I would like to do the warcaster thing, the war priest thing. Just to clarify, my love, kay makalimot na ako from before, I can use a maneuver as a bonus action, right?
You can maneuver it. Your maneuver is for an attack. So if the attack is a bonus action, as long as it's an attack, you can use a maneuver.
Yes. Then yes. I will menacing again. Attack, rapier. 15 to hit.
Hits.
1 RD8, RD4. That's a 16 in total.
Bloodied.
Pochi will be after me, right? Pochi will bite. Pochi will attack this person right away.
Exclamation mark MA space Pochi space bite.
Nice.
ADV space ADV.
Wait, I re-roll that again. I didn't ADV. Or I just roll another one.
Roll again lang.
Bite ADV.
No more ADV.
Ay, wala.
Hits.
MA, Pochi.
Wala na.
Bite. Wala na. Okay, hits then.
Oh.
12. And then...
How does
it's
Pochi
dead.
end her?
Pochi will also just kanang bites her and then, wiggles her head as if she was chewing on a toy and then throws her tapad the person that we just unconscious.
Oh wow.
And then they're tapad now.
Okay.
Like mapile up among kill ba?
Okay.
Unconscious people.
Sure.
And that's it. End of turn.
They're piled up there right now. End of turn.
Oh my.
I mean, Pochi has another claw. Can I use that?
I guess she can make it to this guy, I think. Like that.
Wow.
Like that.
Sorry, wait. This guy, yes. Claw.
No ADV because you're not beside her.
Okay, MA, Pochi, claw. 18 to
God.
hit.
Yep.
Oh my god.
15.
Take him.
Looks like I'm not gonna be speaking to this person well. I'm sorry, my guy. I do sincerely apologize.
End
That's
of
it.
turn. Okay.
End of turn.
Cassandra, you're up. Sai on deck.
I guess as a free action, I'm just gonna say, look, tieflings. So that's what he meant by fiendish. I suppose I'm speaking to him, by the way. I suppose you don't want to talk right now. Well, he looks like a fucking mummy with the statue on his hand.
He says, talk, but like, older, gruffer voice. He says like, talk you wish to speak. Never has Athenar nor its mercenaries wanted to speak with us.
Duh.
Is there a reason for that?
And he's very cautious. He's kind of like facing towards you, but then like looking over his shoulder because Pochi just attacked him. Looks at you. He's like, I suppose it is because of the way I look and what we have been doing for the past years to the kingdom and whatever they have been selling you on.
Okay. Here's the deal. Can you pretend?
Depends on the what kind. Yes, I can pretend.
Pretend that you're unconscious and crawl into that turtle and explain later when we're done. I don't want to hit you.
I will not abandon my comrades.
It's okay, we're not killing them too.
How do I know I can trust you?
I didn't hit you now, did I? I talked first.
This could be a ruse.
That's up to you if you if you choose to believe it's a ruse, but it's literally your captain is over there, and the only way for them to stop attacking you is if everybody makes it convincing enough that you're dead.
You are right. My captain is there. and I cannot allow myself to leave his side. Forgive me, generous one, but I am not in the position to trust anyone right now.
Okay. At least I tried talking first, and he's gonna swing.
Go for it.
And oh, no! You are joking. You are joking.
It's as if, like, you know, he's just opening his arms and it's like, okay, you can hit me now.
Okay, he's just gonna twirl the statue. I'm gonna roll the surprise attack first because he did not take a turn yet.
Yeah.
So I will, and that's also crit damage. Oh my god, I'm sorry. So that's 17.
That brings him to 32. This guy's
And then-
HP, yeah, he's done. He's out.
Just for my curiosity, I'll roll the other damage.
Do it.
So I know what's happening.
Do it.
And then obviously he's not going to kill him. He's just gonna hit him with the statue as kindly as he I'm not even gonna smite. No, I'm not even gonna do it. And after that, so he's down, right?
Yeah, he's down.
And I still have 30 feet of movement, or 40 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll go over here and I will shoot Eldritch Blast at his oh, I'm just gonna tell Pochi, please don't bite it. Please don't bite, please. And then just go over to Eldritch Blast the guy over there. How many beams am I? 3?
Is it?
3 na akong beams. God, look. Sige. So, 1. Okay, thank God. 2. 3. Okay, I guess 1 only hits.
Yeah, 1 hits.
Okay, I will roll damage. And I'm aiming for the the guy next to Lucius, yeah.
Okay.
And that is 5 force damage. And let me see if anything triggers from Form of Dread. I forgot to roll temp HP. I will do that now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Once on each of your turn, if you hit a creature, you can force it to make a It doesn't specify if it's a melee or a spell attack. So I guess that guy has to wisdom save. The DC is 16.
Wisdom save DC 16. Got it. Hang on.
And if he fails, he is frightened of me.
Wisdom. He rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
He's very frightened.
Oh. He's just gonna mouth the word sorry.
He looks
And
over
that's
behind.
it for my turn. Yeah. I'll just roll the temp HP and let you know how much I got.
Alrighty. It is now Sai's turn. You're up.
Okay, I will. More siya nag-tiptoe sa... What do you call this thing?
The
Kani?
mast. The mast.
The mask.
The mast. More siya nag-tiptoe sa mast and she will fly to...
The moon.
Fly to.
Kumari siya diri. Sa other mast sa kaninga ship.
Mm-hmm.
40. And then murag mugo siya near enough sa kaning 2 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I will use my Fey Presence.
Oh.
Period.
What does this do?
Oh. Say presence.
So murag na ay ka ng fairy dust ni scatter around.
Okay.
Murag kung si Tinkerbell.
Right.
And then you can cause each creature in a 10 feet cube from you. So murag na ako like above them, mga 10 feet lang na, or
Right.
5 feet
Sure.
from you to make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed or
Oh.
frightened by you. So I will choose charm.
Charm.
Okay.
Yes.
Roll wisdom DC 17.
Wisdom DC 17. We'll start with 5 damage guy. He rolled an 8,
Okay.
so he is charmed by you but frightened of Cassandra.
Yeah.
Kaluoy.
Lucius rolls a 16. Did you say DC 17?
17.
He sees you, he tries to resist, but then suddenly
What a cutie.
the sparkles that fall into his eyes change the color of his eyes to pink.
I'm
Period.
also currently looking like a tiefling, like same old appearance but
Na-crush na siya ni mo, Chloe.
Right.
Wow.
No.
Pink tiefling lang ka.
Wala.
Pink tiefling ko.
Nice,
Right.
nice.
Yay.
Na-crush na siya ni mo, Chloe.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Alright.
So I tell them hello. I can in infernal because I know infernal man. Mo
Right.
na ang language of tiefling.
Yeah.
I say, hi guys. Can you take us to your kuan? Sana hideaway.
Hideout.
Hideaway. Will they have a chance to react right now? Do they?
I don't know.
You know what?
Check.
You know what?
Condition charmed.
She will. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but they will just start to nod. This guy nods, and then Lucius will say, something along the lines of, he will say something along the lines of, "But of course, my dear, anything for you."
Duh.
God, look scary.
Hey,
I just met you, dude.
A charmed
My
creature
dad.
can't attack or charm the charmer, but the charmer has advantage. Oh, okay. Sure,
Go
but
on.
technically it's still your turn,
Kailangan-
Sai.
yeah, but the next turn, I'll tell Thal'lia nga. Thal'lia, when it's your and the other sailors, kanang. Or I tell Thal'lia na lang telepathically nga.
They're charmed.
Tie them up, they're charmed, and then mawala na inig turn ako ba?
Sige, go.
Or my turn naman is siya nga charm.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
that's
It's
my turn.
Azevrec's turn. Do you think Azevrec would want to knock out one of these guys, or he's also gonna or he'll be the one to tie them
tell
up?
Azevrec. Yeah, if Azevrec is here, I will tell Azevrec. I thought Thal'lia would be.
Yeah, then Azevrec would be the one to tie the thingy if ever. Because
Yeah,
everyone would have rope, right?
yeah, everyone does have
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. Azevrec's the one tying Lucius and this other guy up. And with that, those are all your threats. I want to say we're out of combat.
That we know of.
Maybe after Azevrec, it's their turn. Do they make a save? They don't, right? Well, it's their turn.
No, Raman. Ang gingon ra kay charm sila until the end of my turn.
Same with Frighten on my end.
Okay. Sure, so they don't make any saves. I guess they just wait, really? It's okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll let it happen. The sailors, when it's their turn, they
No.
want
Don't attack
to,
them.
they do want to attack them. Are you going to stop them?
I will stop them. Don't attack them.
Okay, so this is kind of like in between initiative, kind of out of initiative. So you want to stop the sailors from attacking them. How do you guys want to do that?
You kill them, you take their secrets to the grave, we don't get to their hideout.
Can Pochi and Thal'lia jump to the other ship? Is it jumpable?
Yeah.
Or can we... Oh, wait. Pochi,
Oh, it's funny. You wanna know something that I just discovered? I'm gonna cast Levitate on myself at will. And I'm just gonna float over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before
Looking like a mind player. Oh my god.
before this Astrid person comes
Okay.
over this girl,
Sure.
Thal'lia will be here.
Astrid just says, "Oh, you're right. Forgive me. I've completely forgotten our mission. Let's wake up the little devil things and find out where they're hiding.
Tiefling.
Bless you."
You heard my friend. They're tieflings.
Does it matter what they are? They are savages.
Yes.
Does
are.
to us.
They steal and rob us of our goods. They stop us from delivering
You have a problem
supplies.
with them. We don't have a problem with them. So
Well,
if you're in our presence, kindly, if you would be so kind, Captain, to address them as tieflings.
as long as we get the job done, you can call them whatever you want. She turns away.
That's right, bitch.
Okay. What? And then I assume you guys like wake them up and start talking
I'm
to
gonna wake up
them.
the guy. I'm gonna wake up the guy that I knocked out specifically.
Okay. If you
We
want
need
to,
tie up together.
yeah. Do you guys want to like just stay on the pirate ship? Like we'll just move everybody here, like all these
Yeah,
guys
this
here.
pirate ship. I don't trust those
Yeah.
hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can gather.
No, we will. Yeah, we will just inform the sailors accordingly so that they won't think that no, we're not following the instructions. We will trust us to do our job, and we'll update you of the progress.
Okay. Let me do this. Pom. Okay. I guess we can do it this way. Like that. We good with this? Everyone's around. Azevrec can hang out there. All right. How do you guys wake them up?
No, I'm just kidding. Just lightly tap. Just lightly tap them on the head or shoulder.
Okay, sure. They all slowly stir up. Ropes are around them. They kind of they do try to like wiggle out of it, but not so much so that they're unnecessarily struggling. Like once they realize that we can't get out of these binds, we might as well conserve our energy.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. Once
Can you give us a moment?
Okay.
He looks at the tieflings. Can you give us a moment? We'll come back to you. And then he starts calling everybody in, and then looks at Sai, points to his temple. Telepathic bond, please. In a way.
It's my 5th level spell.
Oh, it's your 5th level spell? Oh, never mind. I'm just joking, guys. Thal'lia, could you be... You know what? Hang on. Let me see.
How
Let me
long
see
does
what I
Rari's
can-
telepathic? Like 8 hours, right?
Yeah, but mura usara man akong 5th level spell slot.
Dili din na mo mabalhin within 8 hours? Oh my god.
You
1
used it.
hour, 1 hour.
1 hour?
You used it last
you used it
night.
So...
It's
Yeah,
replenished
then a long
today,
rest.
right?
Oh,
You just don't
want.
want to use the 5th level
Yeah,
slot.
because kaya mag-use ko other spells
Sige
Yeah.
lang, sige lang. Sige.
na I in case.
Sige lang. You know what? We'll have a little privacy here. Feel free to whisper. He casts darkness around everybody.
Okay.
And then he finally... Wait, what? Nag-long rest man ta before sa pirate, no?
Yep.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
So, okay na akong spell slots. I forgot to change. So, I use one. Okay. So, yeah, he casts darkness. He just wants to do some interrogation, and he sticks his head out of the dome facing the Astrid and the crew. He just brings out like a dagger. He's gonna pretend that he's gonna torture them for information, and he just slinks back into the darkness, and then he just... Can I even see in my own darkness? Hang on.
Your devil sight.
Kalit lang. Let me see. Yeah, let me double check. I forgot how to check that. I mean, regardless, we're close enough anyway that he can just whisper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have devil sight anyway, so I can see.
Cool.
So he just walks to Lucius. I'll be straight with you. Something just doesn't add up. And they're asking a bunch of high-profile mercenaries to do their dirty work. What exactly is going on? He kind of whispers it to Lucius, even though they're under the cover of darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And please do whisper. I'm just gonna pretend that I am torturing you, and if you want to play along, that's fair.
Lucius responds, I am confused myself. Why the kindness from you? This is not the first time that mercenaries have aided the Athenarians, and I guess to answer your question, the reason you are now hired is because the ones before you could not hold up against us.
Mm-hmm. And call it intuition, I suppose. But why are they so desperate to get rid of you?
They see us as a plague. They see us as a poison that slowly infects their kingdom. But we were not like this before. We were not separate from them. My people and theirs used to be united. Why I am telling you this now, I'm not quite sure, but much like you, I feel like I am being blessed with intuition as well. You are different from the others. You have not harmed any of my allies, at least not to a permanent degree, but you could have.
He just kind of scratches his head. Well,
why did you spare us?
Judging from the fact that they just called you fiends instead of referring to you as tieflings was enough for me. And I did extend an offer to one of your allies. You can pretend to be dead and you can quietly get out, because it's a struggle. It's a little bit... Take it from one noble to, well, former. Take it from one who knows what it's like to be a racist, I suppose, because we stick out like a sore thumb, and the fact that we're doing this job under their name, and them being so worried about looking weak on the outside for purging what people just trying to survive. That's not a good look on them. However, if you do want to live your lives peacefully, you can either pretend that all of you are dead and leave the island, or leave them be, or just leave. Find a place that's better suited and definitely not a racist towards your kind.
There is no place for us to go. How many sailors are on the merchant ship? Surely not that many. You carefully planned this ambush. You purposely put only a handful of sailors on a merchant vessel that's supposed to house at least 40-50 men, and yet there were only about 10 that joined in the fight. Surely because you were present, that they knew that you would come to their aid.
By the way, I wanted to ask: do we hear this, or just Cass
We are in
and-
the same vicinity. I've been talking a little
You guys,
louder.
you guys can hear it?
Okay, the whisperman. Right. Okay, go.
Cassinder's just gonna pull out. What's the noisiest thing that you can cut with a dagger that I have on hand? Like something of that sounds too close to meat. Does anybody have meat on them? And pochi, do not eat.
I think we should have meat on.
I'll
each
allow
of
it.
us.
Yeah, you guys buy you have like your rations, right? So
Okay.
stab meat.
I'm just
and
gonna turn
everything.
to Sai. Can Sai even see in this darkness? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, Gani, if I can see in this darkness.
Nah, you're just hearing the conversation because it's magical darkness. But
Right.
Sai, I don't know. Do you have devil sight, Sai?
I don't have devil sight. Dark
You
vision,
don't?
yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk over and whisper to Sai.
Okay.
If you're good at illusion, can you put wounds on them as an illusory effect? If you can.
Let me check.
Lucius will speak up and he will say, Lucius will say, since you have given us the generosity and the kindness and the mercy that you are showing to us now, I am willing to cooperate. I have a plan, and I would like to hear what you think of it.
Sure, just give me a moment. And he starts slicing onto the piece of meat very loudly. Please, and then he just whispers into Lucius, or just the four of them.
Lucius just looks at his crew and like nods his head, and the crew and his crew suddenly go, ah,
Oh
oh,
my god, cringe.
ouch,
Can I paint marag wounds sa ilahang mga face, ilang mga arm, ana?
oh, ouch, oh no, the pain.
Oh my god.
And then
You guys can roll
Cassandra just
like deception checks, yeah.
Oh, us? Okay.
Huh? Why?
Because we're trying to deceive them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pretend that I am torturing them.
My guys will
I will
also
guide
roll.
myself.
My guys will also roll like deception / performance. 15.
I got a 13.
15,
19.
8, an 8. What's this other?
19.
15, 8, 18. Okay, it's not that bad. It's okay. 19. Okay, pretty good. Sure, and then the helmsman over here is like, yeah, they're really showing them, huh? Oscar's like, ooh, and then
Oh my god.
yeah, that's what's
Can
happening.
Can I ask the
How big is
tieflings-
darkness actually?
I
15
think
feet.
60.
15 feet
No.
radius.
Yeah, 15 feet radius. Okay,
Big.
that's fine.
What's your
May
what's
I-
your Clo?
May I ask the tieflings if they really stole the goods and then
Yeah.
what do they do with it?
Lucius
Ana.
Lucius will says, if you truly want to know the truth, I would be willing to take you to my brothers, but I will not do it while the Athenarians
Are watching
are
present.
in their current state. If you
Okay.
wish for me to show you where our hideout is, these binds should be on them.
Thal'lia would have had enough. Thal'lia will proceed and
Hang on. Oh yeah.
no, listen here, punk. You're not in the position to tell us what to do and what not to do. My comrade has already given enough grace to you. We will proceed with the plan, and you will lead us to your brothers, and we will sail in your boat away from the Athenarians if they are your problem. But you are
Cassandra.
not in the position to demand.
Cassandra looks at Lucius and just winks. I hope you can see it. And then he just leans in and says, I'm winking. You can't see it. I'm sorry. But yes, we are playing a very nice game of pretend here, and those fools have no idea. And although, do we have space on the Pergon Temple, Thal'lia? Because I could just throw them. Can you swim? And can any of you swim?
We have
I
been
don't want them in the Turgon Temple. It's for us, and I don't trust these people. They have been, whether the Athenarians are good or bad, they have been pestering the people. If their problem is with the Duke and the nobles, then their problem should just be with the nobles, not with the people. So I don't see the problem if we just travel with their ship.
If I find that those two will not keep their mouth shut, and then he just slams the statue on the deck lightly, making an audible noise, then they will serve as an offering for Vitro.
Yes,
who
Okay.
I agree.
those two who
Oscar and Captain, no?
Yeah, because they're on thin ice with.
so what's the party's plan now?
We are.
We will
using their
separate.
ship.
Yeah, we will separate with the merchant.
Really?
After all this, if everyone will be good.
So
Sige,
you
yun
got
sa tuklo? So, Chloe?
Di na to i-convince sila Astrid nga mo go
Away lang sa. Yeah.
away.
Yeah,
go back to the
we
land.
will.
We will.
We will tell them nga we will carry out the plan as instructed by the Duke. The people have allowed us to go to their base and see these other brothers, but we cannot proceed with the plan if
Their presence.
you will come. We are at an impasse, you see. And we're here to do our
Sige.
job. We don't plan to fail.
Mhm.
Sige, pwede ma-convince ta ni Captain Astrid.
Yeah.
You guys want to do that now?
Yes.
I
Go for
will
Maybe just send Sai.
kay I will
I'll go with
detect
Sai.
Mm,
I will go
sige,
with Sai. Because I can levitate by will anyway.
Here.
So I can just you mind flayer float as a mummy lord looking ass. Hey.
Okay.
All right. Have the tieflings decided to cooperate? I've heard that you have been torturing them quite a lot, but maybe not enough.
The efficiency of my torture methods. We're here because we are at an impasse. We will proceed as planned, and you will return, and we will return with news.
That is out of the question. We have to be there when you find the hideout of these fiends. We are tasked to eradicate them.
We can't go to their hideout if you're there. They won't take us there if you and the sailors are still here.
So you will go and we will follow from a distance, stealthily.
No, they won't allow that. They want us to go alone. Just the mercenary group.
Well,
we have opted on an infiltration from the inside, and if we risk you following and breaking our cover, it will compromise the mission.
I do not see a way where I can just abandon my post. If I return now, my reputation will be ruined as a captain, and
is reputation all you care about, or is the job being finished you care about? You hired us. You took out valuable time from us to do a job of clearing out something that you should have done. So if you're speaking about reputation, this would have been finished in a snap. No? We are here to handle business as intended, and we are proceeding with the plan that we have set up. And if you do not wish to return immediately, by all means, dock somewhere. But we will be proceeding with what we planned on doing. We do not want to risk an infiltration mission on.
Is she at an impasse also, DM?
I
also want to insight this,
Go for it. You can do insight. She doesn't want to, go back because she was also she also had her own mission, right? To
Dirty 20, by the way.
Cool.
18 also.
It's just important to her that she follows through with her own tasks. She's very aware that she's not as powerful as you guys. But at the same time, she's afraid that if she returns empty-handed,
I understand.
she will she'll be punished, or she'll be, stripped from her rank.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
So
Kato.
But after you guys said that, they can dock somewhere or whatever, she's now trying to formulate a plan where she can lay low with her crew somewhere. Maybe not go back all the way to Everborn. Maybe
somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Maybe in some of the towns in between.
Yeah. Rest assured, we'll also signal her if it's safe already and everything's handled.
Sure. She probably digs through some of her stuff in the captain's quarters and pulls out a sending stone or something and gives you the other sending stone.
Good. That will bring news. Then he just floats back to the ship, and he's going back into the darkness.
Cool. Astrid, as you guys are going out, Astrid says, how long must we wait for you? Will 3 days suffice?
Sure. Yes. 600 men can make this whole place burn. If we don't return.
Astrid, please promise us you won't follow us from behind.
Astrid will...
I subtly cast Detect Thoughts.
Damn, that's a smart way of using detect thoughts.
Astrid will promise, but then in her thoughts you will learn, or you will detect that she will intend to follow you if you guys do not return after 3 days.
Okay, so 3 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
She's gonna follow.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
He-
Thank you, Astrid.
I guess so. In the darkness, Cassandra, and then he looks around. Who's the captain of this ship? You?
Lucius.
Yeah, Lucius.
Lucius will say, "My name is Lucius."
Great, Cassandra. Now play pretend with me again. He unties him, and he starts pushing him to the wheel. Move.
Yes, very well.
Bye, Astrid. See you in 3 days. Bye.
He just stands here, covering
Go,
Lucius
go.
with statue on hand, and he just kind of glares at the other boat,
Yeah.
almost as if acknowledging. Yeah.
And
But
you
then
guys.
he lets go. He lets go of the darkness.
Cool. Okay.
Before I leave the ship, can I murag drop lang a paintbrush there?
Okay. To track
Okay.
it, to track the ship. So
Yeah.
smart. So smart.
Nice. Look at you.
That's so cool. Good job. Anything else before we move on to the next scene?
I think
No.
I'm good.
Cool. All right, that's awesome. Everybody gets a cloverleaf for
Period.
the amazing
I was,
role play and
Again.
smart decisions and everything.
I was very mean. Sorry. Very mean person. How many clover leaves do I have?
11.
So I have 12 now. I should start using these bitches.
All right, let's take a quick break. I need to let the dogs pee, and
Okay.
we'll
Recording
return.
pause.
Water.
We'll return in a bit. Yeah, I'll pause the
Me
recording.
too.
Yay.
Burberry.
All right, we continuing after you guys having convinced the Athenarian sailors to chill for a bit while you guys follow and accompany Lucius and his crew back to Shepherd's Cove. We will change map scenes. Current session. Is it this one? Shepherd's Cove. Why is it not changing? This one. To change scene. Okay. Are we? Let me know when you guys are loaded.
Loaded.
That's a,
Nag-ingon ako
yeah, loaded na.
Yeah, I'm loaded. But...
Oh.
Whoa.
So from the top of the image to the bottom, right? You guys approach Shepherd's Cove, which is the names of the isles are different. I just don't have a name for them yet, but these isles are known to be a little bit more barren and treacherous. The island is like a little bit more like it's like a lot of jagged cliffs and like sharp edges, and when ships go near it, they usually get swept up by the waves and they crash into the jagged cliff sides and they crash into the sides of the island, right? However, when as you go to these isles with Lucius and his crew, they expertly navigate the little little like passageways through the aisles, and you just narrowly miss the jagged cliff sides, and you avoid crashing waves, and eventually you find yourself somewhere where you guys can dock the ship to the side of the island. When you do so, it is quite treacherous, the terrain here, because Athanar is a little bit north southeast, but northwest of the world. It's almost like always snowing here, or like it's a colder climate, and normally it would be hard for a lot of people to traverse this kind of environment, especially with rocky and snowy terrain, but for Lucius and his crew, maybe some of you are noticing now, they are the kind of tieflings that have hooves for legs. So they expertly are able to walk along the cliff sides of this place, and every now and then you guys find yourselves having a tough time to catch up. But they wait for you patiently, as they are genuinely curious to see how you guys interact or react to what you are about to see. After crossing or traversing a lot of the cliff sides here, you eventually find yourself into an opening, like a cave opening at the side of the cliff, and you enter and you delve deep into the mountain, following a stream of water that pools into a large indoor or like in cavern lake. That is this image here right now. And here you see a lot of makeshift homes. I know in the image they look like they're built well, but in reality and like in game, they look very worn down and made with makeshift material, like junk piles and like scrap metal and like old rotting wood. These are the homes and the buildings that are made here, and there are way more tieflings than you guys imagined or thought there to be. You might wonder why there are ships here, but then as you peer your eyes in and like look around, you can see like there is an opening to the exit of the island. Right now it's closed off to limit the number of ships that go out or like ships that enter, but there is a way to get out of this lake. Like this lake is connected to the ocean outside, and then as you step into this like underground city, you will see what it looks like, or you're be able to experience how it actually looks up close. You now see more obviously that it's very run down. It looks quite dilapidated. As you guys walk through the alleys of this place, a lot of the tieflings look outside their windows down at you. When you lock eyes with them, they kind of avert their gaze and hide behind the curtains, their makeshift curtains. They close their doors on you as you guys walk through the alleyways here. Eventually, you will find yourself into if you find yourselves in this like large area where there are many bridges connecting the different buildings to each other, and it's mostly like a common area, trading areas. Like there's like a market down here, and there's like this looks like a kind of like a bar situation, tavern situation. This is where most like the hustle and bustle of this city happens here. The crowd parts to make way for you guys, as you guys probably are one of the first, if not the first, outsiders to be in this area. And one of the first people you interact with is this guy over here. I'll put your tokens in now. Your tokens are there, sure, but I will also add Lucius. Lucius is there with you. As you are approaching this gentleman over here, this tavern area there seems to be like a commotion, and you guys just overhear snippets of it before you guys arrive. The commotion is something along the lines of people complaining about, oh, where are we gonna get our food, or how can we live like this, being always having to like fend for scraps. And then there are people who are saying that it's time for us to stand up against the king, something like that, you know. And then we have this gentleman here. He's standing on one of the tables, and he's acting like this sort of mediator for the crowd, calming them down, telling them that this isn't going to be our life for very long, and then like trying to give hope to the people, right? And then as you guys enter, Lucius leads the way. He sees Lucius and then exclaims, "Lucius, you've arrived," and rushes to meet with Lucius, right? They hug each other. Lucius says, "Forgive me, Ignatius, I come empty-handed." So you now know his name is Ignatius. And then as Ignatius lifts his head up, he looks up to see the rest of you, and then he says, "Not quite empty-handed, brother. What have you brought us?" And then Lucius will awkwardly introduce you guys. He will say, These are the current mercenaries that the king seems to have hired to get rid of us, but they stayed their hands, did not slay any of my crew, and because of their generosity and kindness, I thought it be wise to bring them here. Ignatius does seem quite worried because you guys are outsiders. He kind of like gives you a polite smile. He's a bit more warm compared to Lucius. Lucius is a little bit more like rougher around the edges, but Ignatius is very warm and welcoming. But he is also a little bit cautious and worried, so he does as he nods his head to welcome you, he will put his hand to his chest and he will say, "I thank you for your mercy and for bringing my brother back home safe." Are you hungry? We do not have much to offer you, but I'm sure we can scramble for some food.
No, we are fine. I am fine, at least. I'm fine. Just
Where
stepping foot in here is already. And what do you think, Thal'lia?
Putol ka. I
What
didn't
what
hear.
do you think, sis? What do you think? Stepping
think-
foot in here already is already telling me a lot.
Mm. So I think Thalia will explain the situation that speak to Ignatius because he seemed, as mentioned, a little bit warmer. So Thalia and Pochi will be in her puppy state, and then we will tell Ignatius that your brother is correct. The Duke did avail of our services
Please. If we are going to be speaking in a more political matter, I think it best you meet our other brother.
Yes.
This isn't as you guys saw when you just entered. Like, people can get quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yes,
completely
please.
understand though. Yeah, We should if you have anybody that's leading the entire island, then it would be best we speak with them about this because
Please
yes.
lead the way.
yeah, please lead the way. I do have a gut feeling, but
Yes. Follow us and be careful. Not everyone here is kind to outsiders. And true enough, as you guys continue delving deep into the mountain and into this cavern, a lot of people start sneering at you. Some drunk people have the gall and audacity to even throw things at you. But all the while, Lucius and Ignatius are trying to, grant you guys a safe way down into what looks to be like a bigger hall with a round table, and at this round table seem to be like the more like, I wouldn't say, the term isn't like more powerful, but like more influential people are here, like the leaders of this group. But there are 3 chairs that seem to be set apart from the rest, and Ignatius and Lucius take 2 of them. One is already taken by Cassius. Lucius and Ignatius whisper to him first before he waves his hand so that the other leaders leave the hall, and now there are more seats available for you guys to take, and I assume take you do.
yeah.
I'll just rearrange you guys here.
Or now I will steal Pochi from Thal'lia. Come here.
At this point, Cassius will stand up. His hands remain on the table, kind of. He seems to give off a very strong and strong-willed demeanor as he says, strangers, welcome. I thank you for bringing my brother safely back here, but I bid that you forgive me and I must turn you away. You may rest here if you must, and share in whatever food we have available to give to you. But in the morning, you must leave. And as he says this, Ignatius kind of reaches out and says, "But Cassius, they can help us." Cassius just raises his hand, shooing Ignatius away. And then Cassius will just say, "Once again, I thank you for sparing my brother Lucius here, but I do not wish to involve any more people in our struggle. And we have nothing to pay you with. So, in the morning, you will leave."
Okay. So, when we first got this job, I was immediately skeptical. It was a little too swift of an order and a decree, but I do want to, it's important to have context. We have their context, which he rolls his eyes, but I would like to hear what the situation has been going on here. And as for being involved, they've hired. And at this point, they've already involved us. And as through the lengths of saving Lucius here, it was but a temporary ruse. Simply because I've managed to fool those humans into thinking that I tortured his crew for information. And in fact, they have not followed us here, and we have 3 days to come up with news. So in fact, we have 3 days to decide on what's going to happen. But yes, what has been happening and how long has it been? Because from what I'm seeing, it's been a tyrannical. You've been pestered, and you are just trying to live.
Lucius will speak to Cassius and says, "Brother, give them a chance. They did spare me and my men. They only wish to learn and learn of our situation, gain more knowledge. That is all they ask, and as far as it concerns me, I think they deserve it." Cassius says, "Your being here puts us at risk. The king has been in search of Shepherd's Cove for many years now, and you tell me that they will come here in 3 days, or that you have a deadline. How do I know that regardless of what we do, what we say to you now, things will change for us? How will we know that they are not following you already now, not tracking your way here?"
Cassandra just looks at Sai, who was with him during the during the deal.
We talked with the captain that handled the other ship, and they promised to give us 3 days to return and give your location. But that's
However, I'm not keen on revealing what's going on. And if anything, I'm rather thinking of a way to get you out of this mess with the least bloodshed, because I'm not keen on spilling blood on any side. However, you are just trying to live in this island, and if anything, those humans do not care for basic rights that you clearly deserve. And he then just turns to Thal'lia.
Where's Thal'lia to what?
Lucius just says, "Brother, please just tell them." Cassius just shakes his head, and then Ignatius stands up. He doesn't stand up. Ignatius pipes up, and then he says, "Well, if you won't tell them, I will. The truth is, we did not always live in this island. As you saw when you arrived here, it's quite treacherous, a path to get here. And many years ago, it seems so long now, but I do not think it was that long ago. We used to live in Athenor, all of us. And then there was a change in our rule in a certain position. I think it was a duke or something. And then suddenly our merchant ships were being taxed quite unfairly. We were not able to sell our goods in many locations anymore, and a lot of our kind living in the city ports and the villages by the shoreline started getting evicted, and the only place we could turn to was the sea. And even there we were slowly hunted, it seemed.
So it's not enough that you were basically kicked out of the land. Then they want you gone? Like gone?
Lucius then says that, yes, that is true. As I mentioned before, they now see us as a plague, and they want to be rid of us, be rid of our kind. It was not enough for them to kick us out of our homes, the homes of our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers. They want the sea all to themselves, and we did not mean to turn to theft and stealing and piracy.
You were just trying to survive.
Exactly. This life we have, if you can call it one, is not what our ancestors would have wished for us, and definitely not what we want for ourselves. We merely wish to live honestly again, to live and sail the straits of Athenor without having to worry of being chased or being captured and imprisoned or killed. We wish to be free men, not men who are constantly looking over our shoulders. This is not the life that we want our children to grow in.
Do you know the reason why they're getting rid of? Is it just the tieflings, or do they also get rid of other races?
To begin with, there weren't that many races in Athenor. It was really just humans and tieflings that started living here. We did have more diverse population, but a lot of these people were foreigners or immigrants. But those who came from the land truly were just the humans and our kind.
Thal'lia, what do you think? Because personally,
Yeah. Personally,
2,000 gold to kill innocents? Absolutely. Absolutely
I
not.
completely agree. So they know already, right, love, how we were hired or something.
Yeah, because
like
we're not
that.
the only mercenary group that they've sent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're not the first group that was sent to get after them.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just the nice one. We're just a nicer group that was like, yeah, no, there's something wrong.
Yep. So, Thalia will say that is indeed unfortunate, and I will express my deepest sorrows with regards to how you and your people have been treated. And I personally, and I can speak for the rest of my team as well, that we will most definitely not proceed with the initial arrangement with the Duke. However, I must know this. What do you know of the fight in Maitan? Perhaps it is something that the Duke is also considering?
With the invasion of Maitan on the neighboring city of Hafenheim, it is true. It is a concern of Athenar, and if it were up to me, we would be willing to lend aid there, maybe through providing certain supplies or our ships. And then this is what Cassius has been saying. And then Lucius says, or we could fight. We could join in this war effort. Cassius then shakes his head. No, brother, I will not let my people join in the war of this king that has mistreated us. And then Ignatius pipes in also. It's like, but surely, brother, if we show the king that we are willing to fight for him, he will give us his graces. And then they start like this mini argument amongst themselves already.
King sa kaning
Kaning Island, yeah.
We spoke to the Duke. We spoke to the Duke, which is probably not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. They haven't mentioned the Duke. Like, the only thing they mentioned was that's related to the Duke was that their people started getting kicked out when a new Duke was elected, or a new Duke was
What's the name of the Duke?
You asked them?
Harold.
Harbold. Do you know this person? This kanang I show an image sa atong Duke.
They do not know that person.
Oh, damn.
Pila na ka years nag-start ang Duke gani?
You guys didn't
Wala.
ask.
But there was.
Who is this king?
But from Cassandra,
speak of?
your history check before, you remember
Yeah, my history check. I do remember an accident somewhere somehow. Please remind me of the thing, because that was hours ago and I was really coherent.
So hang on. Let me check my notes again. So
you just told me it was an accident, but I forgot which one. If it was like
so you remember the family of the Duke. You know what? Let's add his token.
Hi, Butch.
Let's add his token here just so
I have like
you
the
guys have an
visual ganun.
image. Yeah. So this guy, Harold Solberg, right? Cassandra, your history check earlier allowed you to learn that the family Solberg used to be a lower nobility family that couldn't even like
Be considered
couldn't even
noble.
rise into a position such as Duke, right? Or Grand Duke or whatever, like the current Duke of Everborn. And then an accident happened and then after the accident, Solberg, the family Solberg, is now the Duke of Everborn. And from what Ignatius was sharing earlier, he mentioned that a lot of their strife started when a new Duke rose into power.
But they don't know who the Duke is.
They do
Alright.
not, because maybe
so I'm gonna
they
ask
were
them.
they were like younger.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
all
gonna ask.
okay.
Who is the eldest amongst the brother? I'm guessing.
It's Cassius.
Yeah.
So he's gonna ask, what's the name of the Duke that you remember?
Cassius will say. The Duke's family name was Solberg.
Okay. Our, I suppose, former employer and current Duke of, I forgot what the name of the island is, but yes, Harald
Everborn.
Solberg.
Everborn.
I've heard through many courts that there was an accident because the Solbergs weren't even a strong enough family to rise into the position of Duke. Whatever happened may have been the inner workings of either usurping of position, or that accident may not have been an accident. It may have been orchestrated, which leads me to believe that this Harald Solberg is not
The person he seems.
or a person keen on persuasion, but rather because as far as he's concerned, he tasked us with exterminating you guys, your entire innocent family, which I do not stand for, as a show of power, a fragile display. And the fact that he wanted to keep this a secret leads me to confirm, or at the very least come to the conclusion, that he is not acting under the same, I suppose, interests with the king, and he's only here for power. Because why would he want this mission to be a secret? He did not want this to be known to the public, and he wanted to keep it. And his excuse, mind you, he wanted it to be a secret because it's to cover up his incompetence or lack of power thereof. So the king may be disconnected from the current Duke, which is pestering you right now, and I'm not so sure if the king is even aware. Has any of you reached out to the king at all?
It is impossible. If we cannot go anywhere near Everborn, there's no chance for us to go near the king. The moment any of our ships are within view of any of the official ports, we will be gunned down.
Such petty noble.
Even
Play
sa
over here.
urban areas outside Everborn, dakpon gyapon sila.
It is simply not worth it. We do not have that many resources to attempt such a journey most of our food only lasts us a certain number of days on the sea, and to attempt something of
This magnitude.
it is quite difficult. Had we more assets, we could definitely try to do something, but at our current financial level, we are very limited. The family Solberg has been the single cause of my people's demise, my people's ostracization.
How many years have you been ostracized by the
Solbergs?
Yeah.
If my memory does not fail me, it is something between 12 and 15 years, I think. I was a younger man when it all started, and my brothers and I looked up to our father for leadership. It was him who found the passageways through these isles and built Shepherd's Cove, and we are now merely following in his footsteps, taking care of what he has built for us, even though it is small, and even though we are still living in squalor. I have attempted to send many letters to the king directly, but all of them are left unanswered, or more likely ignored. If it is true that a Solberg is Duke of Everborn, then now I can guarantee that he is the reason that we have not had an audience with the king yet.
Okay. He wouldn't know if we were the ones who became the messengers. He would not know. If he tried, he just spawns the statue behind him from his chair and it just clinks on the ground. He can try to take it from me.
We can try to talk with the king in your behalf.
We just simply need a letter from you.
Lucius likes this idea very much, Ignatius as well. But then Cassius says, I appreciate your willingness to help us, but I feel I only feel that this course of action will further create this conflict between Solberg and my people. The way I want to deal with this is through Solberg himself. There has been too much grief and turmoil that has infected or festered in my family, and I wish to be done with it. And then Lucius shakes his head. Lucius disagrees. Lucius wants to continue fighting Solberg. If anything, he feels very strongly about killing him or putting him out of power. But then Cassius insists that what he wants, if they and the brothers truly want to become free men, they have to do it in a way where they look like they're being embraced by Everborn, right? That they're being welcomed back by the Duke himself, something along those lines.
Okay. He looks at the party. Cause I am impartial to whatever happens to the Duke. The fact that he had the audacity to hire us after
Committing such atrocity.
after we've succeeded on thwarting a very greedy competition. Tasking us to eliminate innocents was part of the deal.
Right.
So we have a day at least to decide on what is to be the decision, if we are to be diplomatic with Solberg or if diplomacy has failed.
Diplomacy has failed.
Bitch, we are deciding.
Unfortunately. Oh,
Thal'lia.
sorry.
Cassandra just pinches Thal'lia by the ear. You keep quiet here.
Okay.
And can you take care of your dog, and then he passes Pochi to her. But yes, I did see that you have council leaders. If whatever you need to decide, decide amongst yourselves, because this is for the fate of your people. If you want to go about it the diplomatic way, be inclined. But if negotiations fail, we would have no choice. Is the final ultimatum.
Yep.
Does that sound good to you? Because if you do want us to, if the decision is to assassinate Solberg, if that is the decision, then we will support that decision. If you want to speak with him still, and he listens to reason, all more the better. Blood on everybody's hand. But if he does not listen,
well, there's nothing.
He will be sacrificed.
Period. And then we also offer all our resources, and then we just gonna rest assured, speaking to Cassius and the brothers, that whatever will be decided upon by our council, we will offer all our resources and support to your cause, because we do not stand for whatever this injustice is.
And you are strictly forbidden from thinking about
Yep.
A day then. Very well.
Very well.
All right, then.
Very well, Mira.
And then he then I guess adjusts the portrait of Solberg into the middle of the table with his finger. He gets up. I suppose our meeting is adjourned, and we'll do what we can to help around.
Yeah.
All right. With that, you guys have some time to RP amongst yourselves after this meeting with the brothers. You guys can do that now.
I would like to check if Athendil government is, or what their relationship is with Athenar government.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm also Athendil, right? I forgot.
Yeah. You don't need a history check for this, but Athendor, Athenar, and Athendil have their kind of like their own way of running things. They've split apart, as they are like sibling kingdoms, but they are not one united kingdom, where the rules of Athendil are different from the rules of Athenar, and the rules of Athenar are different from the rules of Athendor, those things. So even though you guys are I forget if I made you guys like council members or like lords of Athendil.
You made us council members.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, that doesn't have any weight here in Athenar.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but would we know that our kingdoms are in good relationship with Athenar government?
In recent years, if because of like there was Gauntlet of Gathering, and you guys really recall, the king
Yeah.
was possessed by a demon. So there has not been like open communication between Athendil and Athenar in recent years.
Right.
Yeah.
I will inform, at least do my due diligence to the Council of Athendil, as I don't know, like a representative or an official for the Gauntlet, that this type of injustice has been committed by one of the dukes in Athenar, and that we must perhaps send some of our diplomats, or at least some of our, I don't know, like people to scout and see if there's anything we can do to help. That's it. I will sending stone to some people,
Okay.
trusted people.
Okay. Above game, I can tell you immediately that Athendil, people who are connected directly to Athendil will not be allowed to be involved. But they will pass your message on to some world tracers.
Yes. I know, and also if in case, like, if there are people from Athenar that would seek asylum, we can't offer asylum. Are we like supposed to just nope, no entry, something like that?
Like people, you want to move. For example, like if you have to, you guys want to move the Billy
case.
brothers to Athendil. I think you can, like as
In case.
like
In case,
refugees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just in case,
that-
though.
Under
They
their
seem to really
protection.
like.
That should be
yeah,
fine.
They seem. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Okay.
And then he's just gonna go. Personally, I would like to put his head on the altar of Vitro, and I'm talking about Solberg, right?
Yeah.
Because
Pwede pod mag-asa katong Athendil with the kanang message with Mica nga kato i-ask sila unsay na happen ni Solberg, like yung accident sa una. Ngano nahimo siya.
yeah, it might if it was a coup or it was a setup.
So
Sabi
Solberg.
ni the Duke of
Yeah.
Essex
Solberg
Perform.
said the before ni Harold Love.
Oh,
Yes.
Solberg.
It's another
Yep.
Solberg.
Yes.
But wala sila familiar ani ni Harold, just another Solberg.
Yeah. Just the
Yeah.
family name. So Chloe, you want people from Athendil, like maybe people like scholars or researchers from Athendil to like
Figure
do
that out.
to like do research regarding
Yeah.
like Solberg and like the history of the family Solberg.
Yeah, katong accident like 12-15 years ago sa Solberg.
Right.
Ay ilang mga past na mga dukes.
Okay, sure. You know what I'll do? I'll do a like a D100 roll, okay? And if I roll something like 80 upwards, I'll give you the whole story. If I roll like
79 below.
79 below, or like 50 to 75, I'll give you like a little
Half.
snippet, and then if 50 below, I'll give you nothing. Okay.
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 D100.
Babe, wala para ba ko gagamit sa akong birthday thingies, ha?
Okay. I rolled a
Birthday cake
13.
mo.
Sama na, oy.
So maybe the scholars at Athendel are just not concerned with the happenings of the neighboring kingdom of Athenar, and don't keep any records of who's in charge and whatever.
Maybe sa ilang city, like pwede may muta na silang mga
Yeah,
records or
when we
books.
yeah.
When you go back to Everborn.
No. Here lang sa ilang underground, Shepherd's Cove.
Oh, here. You can try to find, but a lot of the records here will go back maybe maximum 15-20 years, and even then a lot
Accident
of them
happened
is
before.
no, the accident happened like within that time period,
okay.
but because it was, a time of crisis, or like they were still finding this place, kay the records are, or no one, or like not a lot of people were keeping like good records of everything.
Okay.
Maybe like you would
elderly day.
Yeah, wala sila ka ng murag
Super old
crazy
person.
old person.
Easy old person ka diha.
Yeah, like
You know
Moana's
what?
grandmother.
You know what? That does make sense. I'll put in a token here.
An
'Cause
elder.
There was
Maybe he lived that time or day.
Yeah, there should be. There's always old crazy people in.
I mean,
tribes.
you met one already. You met this guy.
Cashew.
In the crew. No. This guy.
Ah, the guy. Yeah, the guy.
You met this guy. So let's
Doesn't
say,
seem old. Sure.
but he's one of the older guys. Let's say, sure. So like after you're meeting with the brothers, you come meet this guy again. Let's give him a name because he's become
Important
an
now.
important character now.
Yep.
Let's give him. Hang on. Me.
Sardarkar.
Brownie.
What did you name him?
Let's.
No. It's a joke.
Oh.
Chani.
Buang.
Stilgar love.
Stilgar.
Kinsa man na oy.
Oh, people sa dune.
Yawa.
Into you.
No. Man.
Reverend Father.
Buang.
No, it has to be like.
Sorry, serious na me.
Encanto.
Oh.
Ziv.
What? He doesn't look like Azev.
Vivacious.
Oh.
We'll call him.
Sebastian.
Pedro. Oh my god. It's taking so.
I'm so. You know what? Let's just.
He looks so done with life. So maybe.
How's that name?
Oh,
How's that name? Is that
sige,
name okay?
sure.
Aristoteles Buang.
Yeah, and I will just call him Ellis.
Ellis.
Or Tote.
Tot.
Or Tot.
Actually, I want it to be
Tots.
Tolus, like Lus. I want it there. Aristoteles.
Please,
Aristoteles.
tell us the past.
Aristoteles.
Bati. Oy.
Shit.
Such a mouthful, Aristoteles. What's
Walay
up,
bulol.
Aristoteles?
Aristoteles.
Sige, let's go, Chica, with Aristoteles.
My damas. We Aristotle. Hoy.
Okay, what do you wanna ask him?
Thoughts.
Thoughts.
What do you want to ask him?
What's the katong
What
time
happened?
pas niya before
Yeah.
sa past? Kinsa ang Duke? Unsay name sa Duke sa iyang time?
Yeah.
And what happened nga nanong nahimo na si Harold Solberg ang Duke.
Okay.
If
Okay,
he knows.
okay.
If he doesn't know, like if he doesn't remember, kay pwede raman guro ko mag-detect thoughts and then go into probe the mind.
It's okay. He'll tell you. He will tell you, but as he's telling you, he will warn you that what he's about to say to you might ruin their chances at diplomacy or peace, right?
It's okay.
But he's smart enough to know that you have magic, and even though he doesn't tell you, you'll probably figure it out like another way. He saw how you charmed Lucius and the other boy, right? So he'll tell you that there were rumors that in the time of the previous Duke, who wasn't yet a Solberg, right? There was this like party, like a noble party happening in Everborn, and during this party it was a mix of like many people, like upper nobility, lower nobility. So the Solbergs were there, as well as a lot of tieflings as well. The tieflings were not, did not have like any noble titles or whatever. They were more at the same level of the common people, but the tieflings didn't mind this. They were proud of their merchant status, right? They're the most skilled and talented people on their ships. They were able to quickly move goods around across all the towns and cities of Athanar. They were proud of that position that they had, the tieflings. During this party, unfortunately, one tiefling merchant got drunk and got in a very heated argument with some other human noble. And already during this time, like, the humans were already a little bit racist against tieflings, right? And the tiefling merchant got got violent and accidentally tried to, or no, not tried, in a drunken state, in a drunken stupor, went to try and kill one of the Solbergs. And
Ang Solberg kay di pa sila Duke anino katupan
They
ng
were
lower
not.
nobility sila.
they were not. And
Okay.
this Solberg that was being targeted was, but Aristoteles doesn't know this, okay? This, I'm just telling you above game. This Solberg was Harald's father,
Oh.
but as Harald's father was about to get stabbed, his wife protected him, and his wife was killed instead. So Harald's mother was killed instead. Because of this incident, a political schism erupted in Athenar between humans and tieflings, and the current duke at the time wanted to keep the peace between the two races. And because Harald's father could not live with that fact, live in a world where tieflings still roamed free in Athenar, Harald's father usurped the previous duke. And that's how the Solbergs rose into power. And the Solbergs had the favor of most of the people, most of the other humans, right? So no one questioned his legitimacy. They just accepted him openly. So that's what happened.
Okay. So
Damn, did you read all of that, Chloe?
Wala tong previous nga Duke. Gipatay ba siya?
Yeah, dead na. What or napa siya descendants? Would we know?
Oh.
The previous duke?
Nag-usurp.
Previous ni Solberg.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're planning to unalive Harold, lisod said kung kami ang maduk, diba?
Pwede siya mo niya. Peacekeeper mo to siya. So, bagay rin siya maduk punta.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I have not decided that, so I will leave it up to the dice roll again. R1.
Okay.
R1D.
Kung i-describe ba yung mga heirs or buhay pa siya?
Let's do R1D 2, right? If it's 1, he had kids. If it's 2, he didn't have kids. Okay?
Great.
It's 1, so
Pero
he had
what if
kids.
he's still alive? Is the Duke still alive katong previous?
Deados.
Nope. He was
Dead na?
Yeah.
So gided jud siya pag usurp.
Yeah. He was unalived.
Okay. So na siya kids.
He has kids. Who they are, how old they are, you guys don't know. I don't even know. So
And if they know nga unsay pasil lang dada na.
yeah. So kinda, we're unraveling the story together.
Nice.
Okay, what else?
Pero grabe po niya ay di usar gani ka tifling nakapatay but ang tibok race naman iyang gi.
Yeah, he's giving
Destroy.
Kevin. He's too butthurt by it.
Ba-bum. Pra.
So what's the plan? Then Ato, I think thank you Aristoteles, you told us a lot.
Thank you.
So I was right that there was a usurper. It takes one to know one. Charot.
Aristoteles does tell you that the brothers do not know this story. Cassius, Ignatius, Lucius, they do not know. And he's worried that if they do know, it will disturb their resolve, right? Because at the moment they feel very strongly about this injustice.
Yeah.
Kumurag no reason na sila gishan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have they decided?
You guys don't need to talk to each other anymore. We can move on.
Yeah.
Has it even been a day?
I mean, no, we fast forward a little bit.
Oh, okay. Period.
Yeah.
So ang plan is either usaman nga mo assassinate ni Solberg or mo adto ta sa king, mustoryatan nila or atong ibalhin ang mga tiefling sa Athendel or magstay sila there forever. Yung mulay lang ta ni Solberg, imo ng options.
Diplomacy or violence.
Diplomacy, or do you want to throw hands? It's up to you.
Yeah.
What Cassius hopes, what Cassius hopes is that they put their past behind them, and that
Magstorya lang sila ni Solberg.
Yes, that is true. And Cassius isn't expecting any charity. Cassius wants him and his people to become merchants again and sail the seas undisturbed, be allowed to contribute to the kingdom by through the exchanging of goods, supplying the soldiers in Hafenheim, and if needed, to prove their worth and loyalty to the kingdom, maybe even join in on the front lines in Hafenheim. Yeah, that's what they're asking for. They tell you this after the one day, and if there's nothing else left to be discussed, we can move to the next scene. We'll skip directly to the manor of Solberg's manor, and it's a meeting.
It's a what?
Silang Cassius.
Yeah, meeting.
So they went for diplomacy.
Yeah. Do you want to convince them otherwise?
No, we'll go. We did say that we're gonna
go with what
we're
they
just gonna
wanna
be
do.
there. But if anybody tries anything fun,
Yeah. Okay, let's skip.
Okay.
Yeah, mediator nila.
Pochi will be in big mode though.
you know what? I will be also. Wait, did we get the chance to long rest at that point?
Yes. You have long
Okay,
rest.
so I will levitate and be in dread, just floating behind the things. Just there, just to be a menace.
Okay. Just be a menace. Dennis
I'm being
the
scary.
Menace.
Ooh. Nahulog akong cellphone niya.
I think the living room would be more appropriate for this, I feel. So we'll just stay there. Because I don't think Solberg would invite them to share a meal. So you guys
The acidity.
can be there. It's kind of funny because the tokens are small. Yeah. Cassius is over there. Lucius and Ignatius. I think we can double the size to 10 feet to make it look less weird. Everybody's 10 feet now. Bomb, like that. Gonna be over there. Lucius will stand chill there. Ignatius sitting down. I think we could Pochi's in big form, you guys said.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really big form, 20 hit there. Azevrec, Ruth, and Will is here. 5 feet there, like that. Okay. You guys find yourself back at the Solberg Manor, and Solberg is shocked. Before he welcomes you into the living room, he first um, has a discussion with Astrid and Oscar, right? From outside of the room, you hear a lot of yelling, scolding toward Astrid and Oscar. And after some time, the doors fling open and Astrid and Oscar leave, kind of disgruntled. And it seems that Astrid was just removed from her position as captain.
Oh, too bad, so sad. Anyways.
The Duke Harold greets you not with warmth but with a hint of dissatisfaction as he says this was not something that I expected, but I am very curious to hear the explanation for this outrage. And then he enters the room as you guys follow, I assume. Tell me, Pancake Club, why have you brought them into my home? As you point towards them, and you quickly, briefly hear Ignatius say to his brothers, they're called the Pancake Club.
Shit, sorry.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So
Oh my
sorry
goodness. At this point, Cassandra is just gonna be literally just
Damn.
even going to so close to like telling Hey.
Who wants to speak up? Should I speak up? Thal'lia? Cass?
I feel like other people should speak up if they don't want a fight.
I can speak up, or do you want to speak up, Cass?
You haven't really been completely transparent with the reason, because I thought it would have been an extreme threat that it would require our resources to fight them or needing to kill them.
Of course.
Come to find out that they're innocent.
These people are not innocent. They have blood on their hands, blood that they have spilled in this very house.
Damn, bitch. Oh my god. Damn, I'm getting
And then
riled up.
Cassius, he stands up and then he says, please, Duke Solberg, truly what they say is not a lie. We are innocent. We merely wish to contribute and be a part of this kingdom once again. And then at this point, Solberg is fuming. He says to Cassius, how could you say something like this when my mother died at the hands of your kind? It is at this point that Cassius and the other brothers are shocked,
Informed.
because this is the first time they're hearing of this. To speed things up a little bit, Harold will recount the story that was told to you by Aristoteles, and Ignatius says something along the lines of, that was not us, that was a very drunk man, and then
All diplomacy shit.
yeah, you know.
Lagi.
Yeah.
And then Solberg will still remain quite stiff and like unmoving, and then Cassius, he gets up and like moves closer to the fireplace here, but like not completely averting his gaze to Solberg. Cassius will say, my Duke, Harold, I understand the pain you are going through. And then Harold will say, how could you understand? Was your mother killed by a monster? And then Cassius will say, no, but my people and I lived our lives being told that we were the monsters, being hunted, not being allowed to safely traverse the seas that we find ourselves so comfortable being in. I cannot pretend to know what it feels like to lose a parent to violence, but I do know what it feels like to lose a parent all the same. Someone who's loved you, who sacrificed for you, built up everything around you so that you can feel safe and you can sleep soundly. This is the love my father had for me and my brothers. I think it is the same love that your mother had for you. Harold will say, it still does not change anything. It does not bring my mother back. Cassius will say, yes, it is true that we cannot change the past, but we can try to move to a better future. Do you not think? Are you not tired? Harold will say, yes, I am tired. So what do you suggest, Cassius? Cassius will just say, let us help. Lucius will say, let us fight. And then Ignatius will say, let us come home. Harold will look at you guys, Pancake Club, and he will say, I suppose you are in agreement with this sort of plan. Yes. And I suppose that you are going to leave me with not many choices.
No, not really. No. And you have other pressing matters than really silly. No, excuse me. A civil war on your hands, right?
That is true. And this is why it is not that simple. As much as it is awkward to admit now, I have been fueling this propaganda against your kind. So for you to, I'm speaking to the tieflings, right? So for you to just suddenly arrive back at our ports and shores, it would cause a stir. But I do see a way where you can slowly start beginning to contribute as you like to our aid. Cassandra here makes a fair point that there is a war going on in between Hafenheim and Yari. The Mitans are pushing our forces further back, and they could use the support. But we do not have the resources to train a whole group of tieflings.
How much time do you have on your hands, Thal'lia, and then Azevrec?
I have time.
So do I.
Lucius is excited about this idea. He likes the idea of being taught by your adventuring party.
Great.
Cassius will, in his humility, will shake his head once again, and then he will try to reject your offer, saying that you guys have done too much for us already, whatever.
What did I say about feeling a little too bad, Cass? At this point, you're gonna need all the help that you need.
Cassius will say,
no.
as much as oh, what?
Just think of it as an X deal.
Yeah.
As
In the future, when we need a favor, you can help us.
Yeah, you scratch our back, we scratch yours.
Period.
And I don't mind if the tieflings would. We're quite a different assortment of groups. If you want a brute force fight, if you want magic, you have her. Pointing this to Thal'lia and Tess, respectively. And if you want both, you have him. And pointing to Azevrec. And if you would rather be Kume or he sheepishly scratched. You have me.
I accept art commissions. So,
Now
spread
is
the
not the
word.
time to be plugging your art commissions. Oh, wait. The Duke. If you'd like a portrait drawn, she's here.
Cassius will say, very well. I think this X-deal situation will be sufficient for now, but one day I would like to return the favor tenfold. And then Harold says, yes, and although you have not completed your task the way that I would have liked, it does intrigue me, or it does help that we will be able to give more to the war effort now that we have new allies.
Right.
So with that, I will help fund this cause, and you will still get the gold that is owed. So above game, you guys will still receive money for
2,000 gold.
this quest.
Yay!
And Harold will say something along the lines of like, consider it as your fees for training the new members of the Athenarian army. That's it. Anything else you guys want to clarify while we're here with Harold and Cassius and the brothers?
Above game. What about their? Well, just above game for the other.
Mm-hmm.
Should we mention their living situation at Chip?
Yeah, I feel like we should ask for more for the tieflings. Like they should be
their-
allowed to trade
okay.
and
the trade routes.
sail,
Hmm.
and then
Yeah.
and
At the
then
very least, exchange goods, right?
Sure.
yeah, and then Harold should also take accountability because damn boy, for yeah.
na-kill.
Yeah, for a duke, you're a very shitty duke. Like, dili jud ka just because of one kanang death. I'm sure it's your mother. You're gonna sacrifice like a whole race. Like, what kind of duke do you want to be? So you have
What
to
if-
make sure. Yeah, you have to make sure that
Mm.
like imuhang area, like whatever it is that you're governing, should have laws that protect tieflings. Like, dili sila racist because damn, if not, Thal'lia would be like picking up fights wherever.
Kasi Cassandra has finished diplomacy talks. He's just gonna.
Yeah.
Ito, what if human to nakakill sa mother ni Harold?
Gani.
So, ang human
Gani.
nilang gipat yung tanan.
Gani.
Ano ni si Harold eh?
We're just gonna leave the ladies to like be a Karen to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I'm just gonna go to the thief.
yeah.
Okay.
Sort out. Nice.
Amo i-pep talk si Harold. You know, Harold,
Yeah. Like, what kind of duke do you want to be?
Yeah. Okay, guys. Like, Harold
Make better
sees,
rolls.
sees the mistake, and it will sound like he's making excuses for himself, but it happened when he was younger, like a child pa, and then maybe
understandable.
I mean, no, maybe not a child, because in his image he looks deceptively older, but it's like
yeah, but he was younger, so
he's younger, more like hot-blooded, and then he was only like mirroring what his father was doing, right?
Yeah, basically. So Cassandra's is gonna be like, yeah, no, I can't really they're as long as they're not fighting you,
Yeah.
they're just scolding you like
Yeah.
Aw.
but
So
I am unable to control them at that point.
Harold will promise that. So okay, these are things that he will add to
Judgment and
to the effort. Okay, the tieflings will.
Have a seat in the council.
Ay.
The tieflings will be allowed to set up a base in Hafenheim. For now, for this early period. There, they will begin training with the Pancake Club in Hafenheim, right? Let me show the map here to the people watching. They will be able to set up a base in Hafenheim, and they will start training there. And the first people that they will interact with, the first like civilians and like other people of the kingdom that they will interact with are people from Hafenheim. Hafenheim will see that the tieflings are not a threat. If anything, they are helping in the cause, and they will slowly begin to accept them. When they do, they will now be allowed to start trading and like selling their wares to the rest of the cities and towns until they reach Everborn, Wolfingport and Everborn, right? So starting from the left, going to the right is what's going to happen for them. Okay.
As long as they also get sent like supplies to at least help them with their
Yeah.
current situation, then it should be fine. That arrangement is very fine. Just starting from the left to the right,
Yeah.
easing them in.
Yeah.
Yep.
And obviously, personally, my character's gonna, be. So if there's any sick that needed to be if people need to be buried, he will help as best he could. Just the standard priestly, even though I'm not a priest anymore, a priest effort thing, like outreach. On top
Right.
of training people with the pole arm because he specializes.
Yeah. All right. And then while all of that is happening and the tieflings are supporting in Hafenheim, Harold will make an effort to start reversing the propaganda against the Billy Brothers and the tieflings so that the towns and cities nearer to Everborn slowly begin to opening up their minds and mentalities to the tieflings so that when the tieflings do begin start trading with them, maybe even start moving back into the mainland, it will not be a difficult transition.
As he should.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, very happy with that.
So with that, is there anything else before we wrap up the session?
Thal'lia would be
I-
constantly monitoring Harold from Athendel, if ever. Because
Okay.
I will be training man. So transfer jud ko and then
Yeah, same.
like-
Honestly, we will take shifts on
Yeah.
keeping an eye out for the progress
Yeah.
around these parts because I'm not tied to my
yeah.
I
Period.
am not tied to my noble house anymore, so I'm just
Yeah.
there.
Above game, next session we will still follow the story of the Billy Brothers. Next session we will start in Hafenheim, and it will be like how many weeks or how many months that have passed that you guys have been training the Billy Brothers, right? And next session we will begin, or the early part of next session will be a battle against Maitan.
Yes. Do we level up
Oh.
today?
Let me check my notes. For this session 5, you guys level up to 13.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
You guys level up to 13, and everyone gets, how much is this? 3,000. Everyone
My
My intrusive
gets
thought nearly won there. Oh my goodness.
Gets.
everyone gets
The gold
Can
that
buy
we were
naman, no?
promised.
You guys can buy stuff. Sakto ako
Yeah,
math.
we're in
Wait,
the-
if it's
We're in
14,
the city.
It's very
Yeah.
random to ask, but can I
Sessions.
purchase a vial of humanoid blood?
If na siya
You can.
price, yeah.
Wala siya price actually, so I don't want to kill somebody 24 hours beforehand to use a spell.
It's okay.
So-
I mean, you don't have to kill. So you can go to a crypt,
Hospital.
yeah, or something like that.
Ay, nako, Diyos ko, Lord. I have to. That's tenets. That's violation of tenets of faith.
Is it?
It is, yeah, because it's specifically.
It's okay. You can
I'm
you can
vandalizing a body.
you can have it for free. You can have it for free.
Okay. I hope you don't regret that because the spell is summon greater demon by.
Okay, na. It's fine.
Okay, na. Sige lang.
I won't regret it. Session
It's
5,
gonna be
you,
it's gonna be a mess.
you guys level up to 13. Do I want to give you the gold now? I'll give you the gold now. So you guys get, what did I say? 2,000?
Okay, yeah, you said 2K.
I need to 2,000 GP gold. Sure. You guys level up to 13. You guys get 2,000 GP each. Let me check. So this one that's 1, and we'll do this, and this one will be another. Okay. I need to move stuff around in my notes. I said 13, right? You're level 13. 2,000 gold. Correct. Okay. And anything else? Any other concerns, above game questions before we close?
Wala naman siguro.
None.
All right. And with that, the Pancake Club returned to Shepherd's Cove to bring the good news to the rest of the Tieflings and the Billy brothers.
I wanted to ask if sila ra ang brothers or brothers ba sila tanan sa...
It's just them.
Tiefling.
It's just the three of them that are
Okay.
brothers.
Okay.
Uh,
And if Billy ila last name? No.
it is not. It is just. It's because of their sheep-like, goat-like quality.
Okay, sorry. More
Yeah.
to ako question.
Cute.
And above game history lang. They adapted that name because it used to be a racial slur that the humans called them. But instead of like taking it as a negative, they decided to own it, and they decided to look at the good qualities of the goat and the sheep and the ram. Right? They're strong. They're resilient. They're able to weather hardships and like live in the most like difficult difficult living, what's the term?
Circumstances.
Yeah, circumstances like that.
They
So
can climb the highest of mountains and overcome the greatest hurdles.
yeah.
Period.
So
Period.
they embraced it and they used it as like a symbol somewhat of kind of their of
Resolve.
exactly.
Resilience. Okay.
So that's the Billy, but maybe these three can be called the Billy brothers, and then the rest of the other tieflings can be just called the Brotherhood
The
or something, like the
Billies.
Billy Brotherhood or
Oh.
something.
Okay, confusing.
Yeah.
Very cute, very slay.
Yeah. And with that, so you guys bring the good news to the rest. Everybody is happy, and you guys start slowly preparing for like a small migration to Hafenheim. As you begin settling there and start building your camps and settlements, and slowly start easing into the training for the Brotherhood. With that, we wrap up.
Go.
We wrap up the 5th session of the Pancake Club.
Hey,
We continue
let's
next
get it.
time, where the Brotherhood joins Asenar in their fight against Maitan and Yari. That's it. GG's, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys
Yay.
Oh,
next time.
period.
Bye.
Period. Hey.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Peace. Much love. Bye-bye.